Hello, this is Teacher Marco from phuketpals, and welcome back to this GED Social Studies screencast. I would like to share a brief lecture about the causes of World War One, and like what I promised earlier, I will come back and talk more about the said topic. And this will be my second video in this series. And if you find this video useful, please hit the subscribe button below, click on the like icon, and please don't forget to share. It helps us help more people like you. All right, let's begin. Well, there are many factors that led up to the start of World War One in Europe, and I would like to talk to you about these factors. Well, a lot of these factors rooted in a deep history of the old powers of Europe, including Russia, Germany, France, Italy, Austria, Hungary, and Britain. So today I will talk to you in details about the causes. So let's start. The first one on my list is alliances and politics. Now, in the years leading up to the war, the nations of Europe were constantly jockeying for power and making alliances. And first, Germany made an alliance with Austria-Hungary and Italy in 1881. Now, these countries all agreed to protect each other in the event that they were attacked by their neighbor, France. So, however, this is the sneaky move that Italy made. Italy then went and made a secret alliance with France, saying they would not aid Germany. Okay. All right. And in response to Germany's alliances, France and Russia established an alliance in 1892. Now, in 1904, Britain and France signed an agreement. The Triple Entente was formed between France, Britain, and Russia in 1907. Now, because of this, Germany felt that this powerful alliance surrounding them posed a real threat to their existence and power in the region. Wow, okay. So, another one on my list is imperialism. Now, what is imperialism? Well, imperialism is when a country expands its influence and power into a large empire. Some European countries, such as France and Britain, had created large worldwide empires and have had become very rich, while other European countries, such as Russia and Germany, wanted to create their own vast empires. This caused competition and conflict between many of the countries throughout the world. Now, what happened before 1914? Because of the tension, secret alliances, internal politics, desire to expand, um, you know, these empires grow their distrust and dislike between many of the European powers. All it would take was one international event and Europe would be at war. Now, what is this one international event that they have been waiting for? Now, take a look at this next slide. This happened in June 28, 1914. It's the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand. Well, who is Franz Ferdinand? Well, he is the heir to the throne of Austria-Hungary, and he was assassinated in Sarajevo, and the Austria government believed that the assassination was organized by the Serbian government. They also saw this opportunity to regain control of Serbia. Now, I advise you to take a look at the map of Europe, and you will fully understand and picture the things that I have been mentioning. Okay, so what happened after this? Austria-Hungary declares war. So Austria-Hungary issued a number of harsh demands after the assassination of Archduke Ferdinand. So they demanded Serbia to, you know, um, pay a certain amount of money. They have a lot of demands. And they threatened Serbia that if they will not comply to all the demands within 48 hours, they will attack and declare war. All right. So when Serbia's response fell short of the demands, Austria-Hungary declared war on Serbia on July 28, 1914, and that's the start. Now, a lot of events followed after that, within the next few days. Okay, so after the declaration of war of Austria, so Austria-Hungary had hoped that they could quickly take over Serbia and that Serbia's ally Russia would not risk a major war in order to help Serbia. However, they figured wrong. Russia immediately began to mobilize its troops and prepare for war. And in response, Germany, Austria-Hungary's close ally, declared war on Russia as well. And on that was on August 1st. And then a few days later, Germany declared war on France and invaded Belgium. And because of that, Britain then declared war on Germany, and World War One had begun. Actually, at first, Britain um, don't want to meddle with this particular issue, and because of Germany, attacking Belgium, invading Belgium, that's when Britain declared war on Germany. And now World War One is full blown. Now, if we will ask this question, who was to blame? Well, historians over the years have tried to figure out who was really to blame for starting the war. And many historians today agree that Germany wanted to start the war. The German leaders felt that they were being surrounded by enemies like France and Russia, and that war was going to happen eventually. They felt that sooner the war occurred, the better chance Germany had to win. And before we go to our practice test questions, let me share to you some interesting facts about the causes of World War One. Okay, here's the first. Germany quickly attacked France, hoping to conquer France in the west before they had to fight the Russian army in the east. Wow, sneaky move there. Also, at the beginning, both sides believed that the war would be over before the end of the year. Who would know that it would last until 1918, right? And the United States was neutral at the start of the war and hoped to stay out of the war. Okay, now let's have a question here. Okay, so what I prepared here is a political cartoon. This is very common. So I want you to take a look at the political cartoon. And usually questions will be to explain the point of view that is being expressed in the cartoon. So I think this is an easy political cartoon to explain. So if your answer is letter A, it's not being reflected in the cartoons. Also letter B. And the best answer that we can have here is actually letter D. The blaming secret alliances and loss of trust of the European nations against each other led to the start of World War One. You will encounter a lot of these types of questions on your GED test, and I hope that I was able to help you today. And thank you for watching. That's all from me, Teacher Marco from Phuket Pals. Have a good day.